Kunal, since we are on that note of making sure it's a commercial film, you've seen Parsanya, right?
I have, yeah.
Okay, just as a film viewer, how do you think Parsanya could have been a more commercial film?
Oh God. Well, like they spent a lot more money on this film. I think if Rahul had a lot more money for that one, I think it would have been a more commercial film. We would have put in a couple of songs as well. And we
More
would have,
theatres.
Yeah, more, little more romance.
Nasir and Sarika doing an item number.
No, it's silly to say. I hate this bifurcation of commercial and what is art and what is crossover, and there's just too many terms attached to cinema suddenly. I think it's very simple. A film is made to entertain, and a film, if it can entertain and at the same time say something, I think it's a bonus, and I think that's what Lamhaa manages to do.
Is that a tough question, Rahul? What could you possibly have done with a bigger budget and made Parsanya more commercial?
I don't think Parsanya would have been made with a bigger budget because it was a story which was there. It was a story about a family which needed to be told, and it was.
When are you going to find a lovely little wife for yourself?
I mean, when we made the film, we didn't even know whether we would be able to release the film. So it was going to be shot on HD, that film, and we shot on 35. So for me, that was itself a big thing. This, on the other hand, it was very easy initially when we were doing the scripting session for me to drift into the Parsanya pattern, because there Sarika loses her son, and here you have half widows and stuff like that where people are looking for this 10,000. It's magnified 10,000 times. The subject matter is magnified 10,000 times. Obviously, the scale is also magnified. Parsanya, I thought, was very difficult. Parsanya is a baby compared to Lamhaa.
How is this? I know you've completed, you are in your 30th year in the film industry, right? But how is this film taking your career forward?
See, well, every film takes everybody's career forward. I mean, everybody, each one of us sitting right here today, we honestly work in every movie of ours, even if it's a mistake we made, while choosing that film. But I mean, you got to be absolutely honest with your work, because your honesty comes across on the screen.
But when you are working in the film, in the middle of the film, if you realize, man, this was a mistake, what do you do?
You give it your best shot.
That's happened to you?
Many times, many times.
Never felt like walking off?
No, never felt like walking off. In fact, I did this film called Blue. I felt like walking off because there were too many sharks around me.
Was that the only reason?
That was scary. That was the only reason.
Pun intended.
I was just wondering, because Bipasha is in this film, we're seeing a very different avatar of Bipasha's from what we're used to. But every time I ask heroes, what do you think of Bipasha Basu? The first thing everybody says is not hot, but hot. Okay?
Oh God.
What do you think
No,
of
no, no,
Bipasha
no,
Basu?
I'll tell you one thing.
I think we should say cold in this film because
Shut
it's
up.
really cold.
Cheap, yeah.
We shot in
I
December.
look very nice.
She enjoys the
shot in
hot. Don't
December,
take that
we
away
all
from
like
her. You
it.
like it,
I
don't you?
look very nice in
She looks
Lamhaa.
lovely.
Beautiful.
And I remember Kunal said that to me. Now he's like
I've said
backtracking.
it a lot of times. I've actually SMS'd her, sent her emails as well. But
Saying you're hot?
No, I'm saying that you look lovely in Lamhaa.
Okay, so we know that Kunal thinks she looks lovely in Lamhaa, but overall, throughout her entire career, what do you think of Bipasha Basu? What's the first word that comes to mind?
God, this is tough.
Pretty.
So sweet.
Pretty? I was interviewing Ranbir Kapoor the other day, and was asking about various heroines, and with each one he said, hardworking, conscious, but with Bipasha there was not even a second. He said, hot.
Suddenly he's just extra naughty.
Okay, let me dissect a man's mind. Please, you have to permit me to do this, Bipasha. Kunal, you tell me. What is the difference between pretty and hot in the mind of a man?
He wants to
Bunty's the one.
answer.
Actually, Bunty's already got his hand up. He's like, I'll tell you.